Man, 5 years ago, I was done. Not just tired, but broke, stressed, and wondering how my life fell apart so fast. My rent was up, groceries more expensive every single week, gas prices ridiculous, and my paycheck, same as it was 2 years earlier. By 25, I had officially hit rock bottom. And here's the crazy part. The thing that ended up changing everything for me was something that I thought was a scam at first: Bitcoin. In this video, I want to tell you exactly how inflation crushed me in my 20s and how the cost of living nearly broke me and how Bitcoin became the thing that actually helped me fight back. This is not buy this coin, you'll get rich tomorrow kind of story. This is about understanding the game we are playing and why I stopped letting the system drain me year after year. Okay, so let's rewind to my first apartment. I thought I was doing the responsible thing. Roommate check. Cooking at home, check. Public transport to work, check. But then little by little, everything got more expensive. 1 year, my rent went up £200. Groceries that used to cost me £50 a week is now £80. Gas, completely forget it. Meanwhile, my boss gave me a raise of 2% and inflation that year, over 6%. So even though my paycheck technically was bigger, money bought less and less. In the US, each day they're printing 500 plus million worth of dollars per day. And that's why your money buys less and less, because they print the money out of thin air. Obviously inflating the money supply, making it harder for everyone to live, but wages don't match it. So I cut back on nights out, no new clothes, and I was still slipping backwards. And when work cut my hours to a slow season, I had nothing to fall back on. Credit card was maxed. I had to move back in with my parents at 26. Let me tell you, nothing humbles you faster than unpacking boxes in your childhood bedroom. At first I blamed myself. I thought maybe I'm just bad with money. But then I started looking into the numbers, and honestly it made me mad. Rent in my city had gone up 30% in the last 5 years, gas prices were insane, groceries are the same story, and wages barely moved to match inflation. And then I learned something that kind of blew my mind, that the pounds in my bank were literally losing value every year. It wasn't me just messing up. The money itself was designed to buy less over time. That's when I started hearing about Bitcoin, not from hype bros on Instagram, but from podcasts and articles explaining why it exists. And this is where my life began to change. Honestly, this couldn't have come sooner. I'll be honest, at first I thought Bitcoin was just gambling, but the more I read, the more it made sense. There's only 21 million to ever exist. Nobody can just print more whenever they feel like it. It's global, it's decentralized, and it actually is yours. You hold it yourself. It wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about owning something that inflation couldn't eat away each year. So I started small, £50 a month. That's all I could do. Treated it like a savings account I couldn't touch. And at the same time, I started building a plumbing business, which allowed me to earn more money eventually when it started to take off, to be able to put more money in per month, per week, into Bitcoin, allowing it to compound more and more and more. And now I'm able to earn sometimes thousands per month, letting it grow, compound, doing absolutely nothing. And it's the best thing I've ever done. In years and years to come, when prices hit 10 million per coin, I'm going to be absolutely well off and beating inflation, and you should start doing this too. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like I was just standing still anymore. And here's what I did. I cut the big expenses first. I moved in with 2 roommates, slashed my rent by 40%. I increased my earning power with starting my own business. It was a massive challenge building clientele up, but once it started booming, the money started flowing in, which allowed me more and more and more to put into Bitcoin. After my first year in business, when inflation spiked again, I wasn't panicking. Yeah, groceries still hurt, but I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck anymore. And the money I saved was quietly shrinking in value like before, but obviously I was building my wealth in Bitcoin, which was on average to year to date is growing between 80 to 100% per year, which I think is way better than holding your money in a bank account that is decreasing 4 to 6 to 10% per year. So rock bottom taught me 3 things. You can't out-budget a broken system that's eating away your savings. Growing your income gives you breathing room, but storing value in a scarce asset like Bitcoin protects that breathing room. Bitcoin isn't magic, it's a tool. It just works if you treat it long term, not like a lottery ticket. For me, it was never about buying a Lambo or going to the moon. It was about finally stepping off this hamster wheel of the 9 to 5, where most of us, 99% of the world, are trapped because we're just living paycheck to paycheck. While they print more money out of thin air, the rich get richer, and we continue to struggle. Today, I'm not just surviving inflation, I'm ahead of it. My income's higher, my expenses are lower, my savings are in something they can't print more of. If you're feeling like you're squeezed right now, I get it. I've been there. But you can change the game you're playing, and sometimes the first step is just learning the rules. Thank you for watching, and if this gave you any new perspective, send it to someone else who's feeling stuck. Their turning point might start today. Alright, now I want to hear from you. Have you felt the squeeze of inflation lately? And if you have, what's your strategy for fighting back? Is it side hustles, investing, Bitcoin, or something completely different? Drop it in the comments because I'll read every single one. Also, please hit that like button so YouTube knows it's worth sharing. And if you want more stories and strategies to take control of money and your life, go ahead and subscribe. We're just getting started. In one of my next videos, I'm going to be talking about how much money I'm making monthly, weekly, passively. So if you're interested in that, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, peace.